What's up everyone, Jammy here, back again with some more WWE Champions content. And today we are back on the skill plate reviews as we review the brand new Piper's Power red plate. So as with all of the Piper's Power plates, whenever you make 4 or more Pyro Gems, increase all of your gem damage by 100%, and then in the case of this plate you will also increase your red gem damage by 500% for 1 turn. So we have, as always, scrolled through the roster. We have been looking for anyone that this plate will be useful for, and we have a list today of 7 people. So let's get started and we'll go across to the first. Okay, first on the list at number 7 we have Roman Reigns Rockin' Reigns. So this is Legend era Roman. And I will start this off by saying this is comfortably the worst of the lot, but it does work for Roman. So what we have is the shoulder block just here, which makes a 5x1 area into pyros, which will make X breaks. That will obviously set off your plate. The Samoan Splash makes a 5x1 area into reds, which you can use to break the pyros and generate the X breaks. Unfortunately, with Roman, from there it becomes very difficult to know what to do. There's not really anything that would then break the X breaks other than swiping. So in terms of a third move, you're a little bit stuck. I mean, the Superman punch looks like it would make sense, but it wouldn't in this case, because you would hit the finisher, do damage per X break. This damage will not be boosted by the plate, and then you would lose the boost from the plate because it's a 1-turn boost. So the Superman punch wouldn't work. Probably these bottom 2 here would be the best ones I could suggest. The leaping clothesline, increase your red move damage by 100%. Doesn't do a lot for you, honestly, with these moves being less than 1 million. Scoop Power Slam, increase all gem damage by 55%, makes sense, but loading would be an issue with 8 MP on that green move. So yeah, not great. The only other thing you can do is hit these 2 moves and just swipe and hope for as many reds as you can get. But yeah, I mean, that's Roman. It does work, but like I said, definitely probably the worst on the list. So let's move on from Roman and go and find someone else. Okay, so number 6 then, we have Bam Bam Bigelow, the $1 Million Corporation. So with Bam Bam, we have this moveset here, the Bam Bam Salt, which makes a 3x7 area into Power Gems, and then you choose 2 to make into Pyro Gems, which will make multis. Now, obviously, with this moveset, you are going to need a trainer or coach that will give you more pyros to make this work. You then have the Snake Eyes to make a choose 7 gems to turn into black. Now, this is a little bit tricky because obviously you want to break the pyros, but you also need to break enough gems to be able to fill the finisher up here, which is Greetings from Asbury. And the finisher will make 20 multiply gems into red gems, which obviously is going to be the boosted from your plate. So it works. Needs a little bit of luck. It needs a little bit of extras. Like I said, you'll want a pyro trainer or coach. You'll want the maybe a trainer or coach which is going to give you additional MP boost from matching black gems to help with the finisher. But it does work. And I think these pyros on top of the multis that you boosted would do a nice bit of damage for Bam Bam. So that is him in at number 6, and let's take a look at number 5. Okay then, so coming in at number 5 on our list, we have John Cena, Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, the Special Edition version. So you can see on the screen that I don't have Cena myself, so we are going to switch across to the portal, and we're going to show this off on there. So the first move you need is the 6-star move here, which is the 5-knuckle shuffle. So that makes the bottom row into Pyro Gems, which will make red gems once broken, and it will also increase your red gem damage by 300% when at max. Second move you want is the sit out hip toss, which you can choose choose 7 gems to make into green. Now, I will just throw in here, there is a possibility with the moveset we're looking at, you could double proc this, double proc the plate with this moveset. Because if you are willing to take the risk, what you can do is have the sit out hit toss make a 7 match of green, I would assume on the top row, to try and fill with a little bit of help, maybe from an MP increase like a Hogan, to fill the Proto Bomb, which gives you at max an additional 5 MP to your reds, which means that you can refill the 5 Knuckle Shuffle, lay out the Pyros again, and double proc the plate. And obviously that would then also refill the sit out hip toss, which you can use to then break the Pyros and turn the board into red gems. So Cena, that is a definite good option if you're willing to take the risk. And then just as an alternative to the Proto Bomb as well, what you can also do is use this move here, which is the Leaping Shoulder Block. So it's only 5 MP charge as opposed to the 10 MP for the Proto Bomb, and you get to choose 7 gems to make into red and increase all of your move gem damage. I think this, for me, this is the better setup with the hip toss and the Proto Bomb, but there's 2 options there for refill, so completely up to you how you want to do it. But that is John Cena in at number 5, and let's go and take a look at who is next in our list. Okay, next up then, Drew McIntyre, the master of the Claymore. So Drew has this nice self-explanatory simple build here. So the Spinebuster is going to increase your red gem damage by 130%. The Glasgow Kiss makes a 7x1 of Pyros, which will make red. And the reverse Alabama Slam, which makes a 7x1 into green, which you can use to break the Pyro gems. So, like I said, nice and simple. Very kind of similar to Cena, but no chance of double proc with this setup. And you might want to consider a make red charge green MP if you want to reuse the Spinebuster as well. So yeah, that is Drew McIntyre in at number 4 on our list. Okay, third on our list is Batista, Batista Bomb. So Batista, you have the opportunity with this moveset here. Now, I'm going to move this across to the portal in a sec, so you can see mine is only 5-star silver currently. And I will say this is an absolute double proc of the Rumble plate, and you can see purely from this his Pyros are making green. But the reason I put this in here is because you have the vertical suplex power slam, which makes Pyros into red. So if I quickly caveat us across to the blog, or not the blog, sorry, the portal. So we have the big boot, which makes 28, this is at max, makes 28 Pyros, which will all make green gems. You have the spear, which lets you choose 5 red gems and choose 2 rows to make into pyro. Those will also make green gems. However, obviously, like I said, you have the vertical suplex power slam, which turns all of these pyros into reds, or makes 30 at least, depending on how many you've got. Which in itself is going to be a nice chunk of damage with this plate in itself, with the double boost. So yeah, I definitely think this is worthy of adding into this, even though, like I said, the pyros are green, so a green pyro plate on this would also be extremely useful. But, I mean, you could run it either way. But the one thing I think you will possibly need, because this is a choose 5 red, if you're looking to charge the vertical suplex power slam, you might need a little bit of assistance from a Hogan for MP charge, but otherwise that is Batista. Like I said, absolute double proc, and definitely a good chance to do a chunk of damage with Batista. So let's go from him, and we'll take a look at our number 2. Okay, number 2 on our list is the man of the month. It is Lemi Kilmister of Motorhead. Lemi, we have this triple color moveset here, the tricolor. So the bomber makes 49 random gems into pyros, which will modify all gems into red when broken. You have the 1916, which will increase your yellow MP by 10, and the hammer to make the middle row into multiple gems of strength 13 and deal damage and destroy the bottom row, which will obviously break the pyros. You do in fact have two ways of charging this. So if you want to swap out the 1916, you can throw in Thunder and Lightning if you are facing a striker. Lets you choose 8 gems to make into yellow, and also then increases your red gem damage by what I'm assuming is 200% at max. It is. But then if you are willing to use props, there is also a way to double proc this as well, because if you throw in the shine, what you can do is all of those pyros that you make, you can turn into 0 turn countdown gems, which will automatically remove all of the pyros. And if you're willing to use a black MP prop, you can actually refill this and get a double proc of the plate. And then you can hit the hammer after. So definitely open to options for that, and yeah, very good moveset for the plate. So Lemi Killmister comes in at number 2, and I suspect most people already know number 1, but let's go and take a look. And yes, in at number 1, as I suspect most people knew already because she was one of the first names listed off when this plate was announced, is Julia, the Beautiful Madness. So Julia, we have the Arrivederci knee, makes the bottom row into pyro gems, which make red. And if your opponent is a defensive, it will also increase your red gem damage by 291%, which I think goes to 300 at max. The Northern Lights bomb will increase your red gem damage by 291% at current and 300 at max, and lets you swap a 7x1 into black gems. And that in itself is a self-recycling moveset. And if you are able to get the Michinoku driver filled from the start as well, you also have the ability to double proc this, because you can hit the Arrivederci knee, you can hit the Michinoku driver, re-hit the Arrivederci knee to lay out the pyros once again, and then hit the Northern Lights bomb. So yeah, Julia for me definitely number 1 choice, and I think number 1 for a lot of people. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is our list for the Piper's Power red plate. So I hope this has been useful, and please, as always, if there is someone that you see that I have missed, let me know in the comment section down below. And let me know what you think of this list, and if there are any others of the skill plates that you would like a review on. Otherwise, guys, that is it. So please like, share, and subscribe. All of the good stuff. And keep jamming, and have a nice day.